series book review. Today I'm going to talk about Night Shift by Stephen King. It is the first time when I talk about a book written by Stephen King on this channel. Night Shift is Stephen King's first collection of short stories, first published in 1978. In 1980, Night Shift won the Bell Award for Best Collection, and in 1979 it was nominated as Best Collection for the Locus Award and the Wolf Fantasy Award. It has 20 short stories. It will be a very long video from the beginning, and it's also the second time when I read a book on the Kindle. Charles Bourne in Lessons as Dressed Bones destroys the arrival of himself and his malevolent Kelvin McCain at Chapelwaite, the neglected ancestral home of the Charles and Stridget's late cousin Stephen Kelvin. Learns that many people in the nearby main town of Preacher's Combs think Charles and Kelvin are made for living in the mansion. The house is said to be a bad house with a history of sad events, disappearance and mysterious noises which Charles attributes to rats in the walls. Calvin finds a hidden compartment in the library containing an old map of a deserted village called Yellow Simpson's Lot, a mysterious area in the townsfolk avoid. Their curiosity piqued Charles and Calvin set out to explore the village. This is all what I say about the plot. It was very scary. The story was adapted into a comic book and into a TV series called Chapelwaite. Graveyard Shift. A young drifter named Holt has been working at the Destrep textile mill in a small town in Maine when the 12 foreman Wesley recruits him and others to assist him on a massive team effort. The basement of the old mill has been abandoned for decades, and over the years a monumental infestation of rats has been halted. So all I said about the plot is scary. I remember that I read it at night. It was adapted into a 1990 film of the same name. Night Surfed. On an August night on Elson Beach, New Hampshire, a group of former college students have survived a plague caused by a virus called A6 or Captain Trips. They believe the virus spread out of Southeast Asia and wiped out most of humanity. The character's outlook is grim. They encounter a delicious man dying of the plague and burn him alive on a pyre as a healthier black magic human sacrifice. The protagonist Bernie reflects upon his new world and reminds us about the time before, when he went to Elson Beach in his youth, years before the plague. All the members of Bernie's group had survived a virus called A2, which substantially made them immune to A6. But needless reveals to Bernie that he has contracted A6. Bernie admits to himself that deep down they know that A2 is not a guarantee against exist and that they will probably all be dead by Christmas. Bernie's girlfriend accepts the pregnancies, accepting Bernie's explanation that needs must have lied about having A2 so the others will not leave him behind. It is very short. It has 8 pages. I like it. Writer and director Peter Sullivan adapted Night Surf as a short film produced in 2002. Option from King for $1. The film part of the Doll Baby collection of similar short films. I Am the Doorway. After being exposed to an alien montage on a space flight to Venus, his former astronaut alternates the finally change. He goes through how to begin the narrative with his hands, made and complains of horrible but itchy both before and after the expedition. The transformation manifests as a sign of tiny eyeballs on his fingertips. These eyes serve as the titular doorway for an extraterrestrial civilization, allowing them to peer into our world, but from an alien perspective. Humans are hideous monsters that they fear and despise according to art. Soon the alien in presence is able to not only peer through this portal but also to take control of artist's shared body and use him to perform heinous atrocities. Arthur does his hands in candles and sets them on fire in a frantic bid to retain his humanity, only to discover that once the gateway is open, it cannot be simply closed. For over 7 years, he's able to keep the extraterrestrial presence at bay. However, as the alien's eyes emerge on Arthur's chest, he announces that he intends to commit suicide with a shotgun to stop them from killing anyone else. It was very cerebral, I liked. The man, as police detective John Fulton, investigates a fatal accident at the Blue Ribbon Laundry in which worker Adele Friendly was killed. Friendly was somehow put into the laundry speed, urinating and folding machine, which the workers colloquially refer to as the Mandler. Hutton is disturbed by the sight of Foley's directly remains and expects that the laundry owners will be jailed for the negligence in Foley's death, but he is surprised when a formal inquest absolves the laundry or any wrongdoing. Roger Martin, an inspector involved with the inquest, informs Hutton that the fraud inspections of the Mandler revealed no problems with it, and that the machine is equipped with safety measures designed specially to prevent exactly what happened to Friendly. The accident that killed her should have been impossible. That's all I say about the plot. It sounds very scary. The Boogeyman. The story takes place in the office of Dr. Harper, a psychiatrist, where a man named Lester Beans talks to the doctor about the murders of his 3 young children. Despite the events of the past several years, his first 2 children died mysteriously of apparently unrelated causes, diagnosed as strep death and convulsions respectively. When left alone in their bedrooms, the only communities were that the children treat Boogeyman before being left alone, and the closest door being ajar after discovering their corpse. Even though Lester is certain the door was shut. This is all I say about the plot. Another very scary story. The Ray Matter. The story, told from the perspective of an older local man, begins as he is sitting around at a convenience store in Bangor, Maine, with a group of his friends during a heavy snowstorm. A young boy runs in, deathly afraid. The man recognizes him as the son of Richie Glennon, a local man who was injured some time ago in a work accident and was given lifetime workers' compensation with no need to support himself. Richie became a recluse, rarely seen outside the confines of his apartment except to purchase the cheapest of beer, although likely he had been sending his son to purchase his beer for him. After speaking privately with Richie's son, a group of men, including the narrator and store owner Henry, decided to take the beer to Richie. Personally, on their way, Henry relayed some of the terrifying experiences the kid had told him, of how one day his father drank a bad can of beer, implied to carry a munchkins, and since then has been slowly transforming into a human broth-like abomination that detests light and cades warm beer. Springing on him one night, the boy saw his father eat a dead cat, causing him to finally seek help. Arriving at Richie's home, the man confronts Richie from behind, his slow demanding that he comes out. The Hodor pouring out from behind the door convinced the group that Richie was eating more than dead cats, speculating that he may be responsible for a recent rash of missing people. The men are horrified when Richie opens the door and slams us out, resembling more fungus than men. The rest of the men run off as Henry stands his ground, firing his pistol at the creature. The story ends with the narrator recalling how his brief glimpse of the creature made him realize it was in the process of diving into and calculating the experimental growth the creature is capable of as they sit at the convenience store, waiting to find out whenever Henry or creature survive. I almost didn't sleep after I read it. Pattern round. Renzo is a professional. Wait a second, examples with mine. Renzo is a professional hitman who returns from his assassin of a Terminator to find a package delivered to his penthouse apartment in the Bay Area. The package contains a G.I. Joe Vietnam footlocker sent to him by the mother of the toy maker he had recently killed. When he opens the package, he finds that the toy soldiers are alive with working copies, albeit miniature, of weapons, jeeps, and helicopters. To his surprise, the tiny soldiers begin to attack him. Despite his training and experience as a hitman, Renzo finds himself outnumbered and outgunned, and he seizes control of the living room to the toy soldiers taking over in the bathroom. As the soldiers establish a base camp of his dining table, they unveil more and more military hardware, ranging from shoulder-launched rockets to military attack helicopters. The soldier impresses a piece of paper under the door, demanding his surrender, but Renzo writes nuts on the paper and sends it back, prompting the barrage of rocket fire, which destroys most of the door. Renzo eventually plots to destroy the soldiers with a Molotov cocktail constructed from a bottle of lighter fluid, but before the cocktail detonates, a massive blast destroys the entire apartment. Outside, in a part below, a couple finds Renzo's bloody shirt, and the other contents of the footlocker are revealed, including one made to scale Demotroid's weapon. This one was the only one that I enjoyed without being scared. Trucks. Takes place in a truck shop in the United States. The truck shop is located off a freeway and it features a diner, a gas station, and a convenience store. In 1986, it was adapted for cinema with King directed Maximum Overdrive. He also has a cameo in the movie. I didn't understand this one. I think I'll see the movie. Sometimes they come back. In 1957, 90-year-old Jim Orden and his 12-year-old brother Wayne waltz to the local library to return Jim's books. They are attacked by a gang of local traders. Wayne is stabbed to death by two of the older boys, but Jim escapes. Through his life, Jim is haunted by nightmares vividly related to the murder. This one reminds me of Pet Sematary, and I like it. Strawberry Springs takes place at a fictional New England college, New Sherwood College. The main setting of the story is March 1968, especially starting on March 16, 1968. An admin narrator sees the word spring is dragged in a newspaper. It those memories of a time about 8 years previously when he was at New Sharon College. His recollections are nostalgic, almost melancholy. It was March 16, 1968 when the Strawberry Spring a fall spring much like an Indian summer. It arrived. It brought a fleet fort that covered the campus at nighttime, providing perfect cover for a serial killer called Spring Jack. The body of a girl was found in the parking lot, the fourth murder in the series. Several more female students were murdered during the Strawberry Spring. The narrator describes the reactions of the college community through this time and the contradicting rumors that spread about the victims. The police arrested Carl Raman, the boyfriend of the first victim, for the crimes. Another murder was committed with Amala was in custody and the police were forced to release him. The investigation was made more difficult by the fearful panic of police officers, security guards, and knowledge in suspects were found. 8 years later, a new Strawberry Spring arrives, and so does Spring Jack, who has taken another victim. And as new sheriff in college, the narrator realizes that he is Spring Jack despite having no memories of his action. This one will probably scare you the most. The legend. It employs a first-person narrator and opens with the protagonist Stan Norris in the cutlets of Tristan, a wealthy ritual criminal overlord streams and intends to get revenge on Norris, who has been having an affair with his wife. Instead of killing him outright, Tristan revealed his penance for 16 weeks and offers a chilling ultimatum. If Norris is able to circumambulate the 5-inch layer surrounding the multi-story building where Tristan lives in his penthouse, he can leave his wife and $20,000. If Norris refuses, he will be framed for heroin possession and never see his lover again. Tristan also reveals that he has done this to 6 others, 3 professional athletes who chose his path, and 3 ordinary people who got into serious debt with Tristan. No one has Tristan lost their friend. This is all I say about the plot. This one's a little boring, but I like stories that have a first-person narrator. The landowner man, Harold Purcell, is in need of a new lawn mowing service. The summer before a neighbor's cat was accidentally killed when another neighbor's dog chased it under the mower. Harold has been putting off hiring new help for the summer. But when he sees an ad for a mowing service, he calls a venerable pastoral Danny soon pulls up to his home. The man working for the service, a hairy pot-billed fellow, is shown the overgrown back lawn and is hired. Harold is enjoying a rest as he reads the pager, wondering about the lane mower man making circus. When he hits the lawn mower outside Chersony, he races to the back porch and sees the landowner running by itself and the naked landowner man following it on all fours and eating the grass. Landowner similarly deliberately chases and kills someone, causing Harold to vomit into a flower or in faint. This is all I say about the plot. I will let you to find out what will happen. This one was really interesting but not very scary. Quiet Inch. Richard Dick Morrison, a middle-aged smoker, is at John F. Kennedy International Airport when he encounters Jimmy, met his old college roommate and advertising agency co-worker Meg, who had been a heavy smoker in college, traded at a firm called Quitters Incorporate for helping him give it up and recommends that Dick try their services. The film has a 98% success rate and guarantees that person will never smoke again. Dick, who works in advertising, is reluctant as he has never seen this firm advertising billionaires or print media to which McCain says it is a small firm and all that lines they can handle the solidly by word of mouth. Before leaving McCain gives a business card to Dick, who personally peanuts it. This one was very scary. The tale was edited in the 1985 American anthology film Cat's Eye. I know what you need. I know what you need. Elizabeth Rondon, a popular college student, meets social outcast Ed Hammer. When she is training for the sociology final, Ed offers to buy Elizabeth a strawberry ice cream cone, which was on her mind, and offers her exam notes to the final, claiming that she had already completed the class. She gets an A on the final, saving her scholarship, but informs Ed that she has a boyfriend, Tony Longer. This is all I said about the plot. This one was nice. This one was nice. Children of the Corn. Bert and Vic, a couple trying to save their marriage, are driving to California for a vacation and to visit Vicky's brother. As they are driving through rural Nebraska and arguing, Bert is ready to call off the vacation and consult a divorce attorney. Then they accidentally run over a young boy who had his front slit and was thrown into the road. Bert opens the boy's suitcase to find the crucifix made of twisted corn husk. They agree to report the incident to the police and place the body in their car's trunk. I love it. This one, I love it. The next one. The last one on the letter. They discover his English sister Kitty has died by suicide. He recounts the fateful day when the two were children playing in their family barn in rural Nebraska. This one was nice but not very interesting. The Man Who Loved Flowers. In New York City during an early evening in May 1963, an unnamed man walks up 3rd Avenue. He was past an elderly woman carrying groceries who greets him amicably as he waves back. While going down 63rd Street, he passes by a flower store and hears a transistor radio ban about current affairs, including a woman's corpse being discovered in a river, as well as a Hammer murderer who has yet to be caught. Ignoring the news, he decided to buy flowers for a woman with whom he is infatuated. This one was really scary, but I love it. One for the Road. 2 years after the events of Salem's Lot, vampires found the burnt remains of Jerusalem's Lot, Maine, and its environs. Residents of nearby towns, including Annerta, both live in the unspoken fear, wearing religious symbols for protection and never venturing near the area. This is what I say about the plot. This one was very good. I like it. The woman in the room. John is burned with remorse. He decided to euthanize his terminally ill mother with painkillers. This one was sad, but I like it. That's all for now. Goodbye.